Hey guys, Andrew here and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've seen you. I was taking a little break, just dealing with some stuff and really wanted to focus on what I wanted this channel to be, but I'm back, better than ever, a little sweaty because it is hot here in Connecticut, but we're here and it's time to do a Miss USA video. So these 20 contestants are just some early ones that caught my eye. A couple of weeks ago, or I think last week, the Miss Universe organization put up the photos of all 51 contestants, and I went through all of their social media and their Instagrams, and I picked 20 that I think are worth keeping an eye on, that are really strong contenders for the Miss USA crown. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with Arkansas. Her name is Haley Pontus. She's 24 and she's from Houston. She has a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and hopes to educate about healthy lifestyles if she's crowned Miss USA. Next, we're gonna move on to District of Columbia, Sierra Jackson. She's 28 and from Washington. She was an intern for Obama's Chief of Staff, and she's also a singer and performed at the White House, so some pretty cool marks on her resume there. Moving on to Florida, Monique Evans, also 28, from Naples. She's a professionally trained ballerina, has a degree in science with a medical certificate. Her platform is Be Kind to Your Mind, and that's focusing on mental health. Next we have Maine, Julia Van Steenberg. She's 21, from Old Town. Now this is pretty cool. She maintained a 3.97 GPA while balancing her studies, a sorority, and being a cheerleader. And now she's currently a 5th grade teacher. Next we have New Hampshire, Alyssa Fernandez, 25, from Merrimack. She's a registered dietitian and she's passionate about dance. She spent over 20 years practicing different dance styles. Next we have Texas, Taylor Kessler, 24, from Houston. She has a degree in broadcast production, just like me, and she intends to be an NFL sideline reporter. A survivor of domestic violence, she now helps other survivors transition back into normal life. And I think she looks a lot like Susie Castillo, Miss USA 2003, and Olivia Culpo, Miss Universe 2012, and also a feature on our wall, Sports Illustrated cover model 2020. Next we have Wisconsin. She is Gabriella Day, she's 28 and she's from Madison. She's also a television journalist and host. Has degrees in health science and chemistry, but she ended up working in journalism after an internship. Now she says her family suffers from mental illnesses, so she educates now about mental illness and dealing with mental health. And she has the most beautiful eyes in the competition. Moving on to Alabama, Kelly Hutchinson, 22, from Auburn. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Communications, and she spends time volunteering with the American Cancer Society. Moving on to Kansas, Hayden Brax, 21, from Leawood. She works with children with disability and plans on getting her degree in occupational therapy. And she's an advocate to help women suffering from domestic violence. Hawaii, Samantha Nealon, 24, from Honolulu. She founded Time to Talk Hawaii. It's a program designed to teach teens how to communicate effectively and build self-confidence. And she's also an actress and appeared in TV and film roles. Moving on to Virginia, Susie Evans, 26, from Quanson? She has a degree in cinema arts and was a performer at Disneyland Tokyo, where she learned to swim in a fin. So I'm assuming she was a character, a mermaid, maybe Ariel. And she's an active member in the Big Brother Big Sisters program. Next up we have North Carolina, Jane Oxjoy? I'm sorry, I butchered that, North Carolina. She's from Charlotte, and she's 22. She partners with the Home Again Foundation organization, which works with homeless people. Like Virginia, she's also an active member with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she has a degree in supply chain management with dual concentrations in international business and a minor in French. So very educated young woman and very beautiful. Moving on, we have New York, Andrea Gaboy. I'm so sorry. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong and you're watching or you know how to professionally or how to properly pronounce it, leave it in the comment below so I don't mess it up again. Anyway, she's 24, from Brooklyn, born in Cape Verde. Her and her family immigrated here when she was just 7 years old. Her initiative is to help inner city children build confidence and live life to the fullest. And she's no stranger to pageants. She actually represented the USA in the Miss Earth pageant back in 2017, and she even placed in their top 16. So definitely one to watch. Moving on, Connecticut. Chelsea Damby, 24, from Farmington. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Communications and Promotion, and she's currently working as an event coordinator for a nonprofit. Hometown girl. Miss Maryland, Taylor Robinson, 27, from Annapolis. She's a travel enthusiast and created Europe's first interactive art museum in Barcelona, Spain. Pretty cool. And her goal is to own and operate museums throughout the US. Next we have Illinois' Olivia Pura, 22, from Chicago. She's a PhD candidate for a biochemistry and biophysics degree. She's a first-generation Polish-American. If crowned Miss USA, she wants to continue advocating for women in STEM fields, which is very important. New Jersey. I've been a big fan of the Jersey girls the last few years, ever since 2017. I think Jersey has really been turning out some strong girls, and Gina Mellish is no exception. She's 21, from Oceanport. She's a fashion merchandising student, and she even interned at Armani, huge label. She's also a survivor of relationship abuse, so she's passionate about teaching women and men about the signs of unhealthy and healthy relationships. Next up we have Nevada, Victoria Olona, 26, from Las Vegas. She's a singer-songwriter, and she's currently working on her first album. She's also a fan of extreme sports like ice climbing and trick riding on horseback. So looks like I will not be hanging out with Miss Nevada anytime soon, because I don't do that. Being a survivor of gun violence, she also advocates for responsible gun ownership. We have Massachusetts next. Sabrina Victor, 23, from Brockton. She's a performance artist passionate about using art to share diverse stories. She also embraces all forms of natural beauty and hopes to inspire people to embrace their natural beauty. And look at her, she's gorgeous. And finally, rounding out my 20 picks is Oklahoma, Mariah Jane Davis, 24, from Norman. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Film and currently working in reality TV productions. That sounds like a lot of fun. Her goal is to become an entertainment news host, as is mine, so Oklahoma and I would get along pretty well. And she's a suicide attempt survivor. So she advocates for mental health, and she created the hashtag Lift Up Your Sister, a social media campaign it's like basically a support group for women. So these are just 20 that caught my eye. There are plenty more steps before getting to Miss USA, especially the preliminary competition is the most important indicator of who's gonna place and who's gonna make it. So far there's been no announcement of when Miss USA 2020 is going to take place. The national pandemic, or coronavirus is what we know it as, has really put everything on hold. I've heard rumors that potentially a pageant in September, which would make sense why they released the photos now. But who really knows? I'm excited to see how they end up doing it, whether it'll be a virtual pageant or they're gonna have the girls quarantine beforehand and then meet in a central location where they can do the pageant. But I'm very excited. It's strange times we're living in, but I'm very happy to see that Miss USA likely will be happening this year. I will keep you guys posted, and I'll be doing more videos all with the pageant theme, so I hope you guys are excited. I'm very excited. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below on some of your favorites for the Miss USA 2020 crown, and remember to hit subscribe. I'm going to be putting out new pageant themed videos from now on, so definitely get on board with that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!